Hi everyone. So I'm here today to do a flip through of my small Christmas journal that you guys have seen me working on last year and this year. But before I do that, I want to make a little announcement and show you something that I'm putting in my Etsy shop. I've made a few of these little candy box journals for Christmas, and I don't have a lot of them, but I have a few. And just to clarify and have full disclosure here, I am not eating all of this chocolate by myself. What I've been doing, like I did it last year and I did it again this year, is I bought up several of these small boxes of the chocolates and then I empty them all out into a candy dish at Christmas for when my family's here. So I have a few from last year and I have a few from this year. And I thought for those of you who don't want to make the journal yourself, you might want to pick up one of these. So this is a piece of the thicker baker's twine that I've put beads on the bottom, and it's just wrapped around a couple of times to act as the closure. So that's how that works. And I did not decorate this journal, but I have added some really fun papers and things to use as the pages. So I just wanted to flip through that one first real quick and show you. So I've left the insides for you guys to cover as you like. And I put in a few pages here. This is a paper I created, just drawing grids with two colors of pens. So I thought that was just really fun. And so I made a paper out of that and put it in this journal. Then I've got a green craft paper, red bag, one of those cute little bags. This is a piece of tea stained paper and it's got a little pocket on it right here. All right, then this is a little doily, a piece of red craft paper. Then there's a little green bag. And then there's a piece of like a stationery type paper that I cut and folded and created a little pocket here. I thought it would be really cute to line up some little tags inside of a side pocket like that. So that's what this is. Of course, the rest of it is the other sides of the bags and the other papers. So you can see you have little openings here where the bags open. Same thing with the doily and the tea stain paper, the bag and the green and the grid. So I just think this is a super fun little starter journal. So if you're looking to create a small Christmas journal, I'll have these available in my Etsy shop. And I will leave the link at the end of this video and also in the description so that you can go and check these out. Oh, and before I finish up with that, I forgot, I am including a few little bonus items. I almost forgot. Okay, so there is some gift wrap here that I have kind of snipped out some little images of these adorable little cups. Now the cups will vary in the packs, but there will be 3 of them in your pack. Then this one is some Christmas trees. I thought was just gorgeous paper and would be so fun to cut out the little trees and put them here and there in a little journal like this size. It just, to me, that just makes sense. You know, like let's pick like a red page. So I think that would be really cute to have a tree there. I mean, that's just my idea, but you know, you guys take it and run with it. And then the trees, and then I've got a bigger sheet that's got 6 different little snowman images that I think are just adorable. This was one of my favorite gift wraps several years back. And I was so glad I found it and still had a little of it left over. So these things will all be included with your little journal. And then inside there's 3 of those cute little tags and the end pieces from the box that you can use as cute little tabs or decorations. So anyway, those will be in my Etsy store if you're interested in that. And now let's move on to the flip through here of this journal. It's pretty full and it's got a gator mouth going on, but it is so much fun. And I've had such a blast and enjoyed every minute of creating in this journal. So let's just start at the beginning and flip through. I did add a few more things since the last time I filmed a week or two ago. So you may see some new things, and I'll tell you what those are and what I did. This is an image from a catalog, and it's on one of those little bags with a little piece of this ribbon that I ruffled up and sewed and put it on the end of this bag. So adorable. Okay, this was just a little piece I made on the back of a Christmas card. Drew out the little tree. It was a lot of fun to do that. This one has a tag inside, the pocket, and some fun embellishments. And these are all just little things that I've had laying around here. I did not go out and buy anything new for this journal. Okay, this page had not been completed the last time I was working in it. It was pretty much plain, and it just had this row of washi tape at the bottom. So I added the word Christmas. I put in some of my little doodled holiday branches that I have been having so much fun with. And another plug for that, if you guys need some cute little branches like this, these are available in my Ko-fi shop. So I added some words from a magazine or catalog, I don't remember which, and doodled a little at the top, and I think that page just looks so fun. I just love it. Okay, this little bag was here, and I had finished working on that the last time, and I created this little tag in a short, which you can also find on my channel if you want to see exactly how I made this. It was a very quick and easy little tag, and I love how it turned out. Just real pleased with that. And then I didn't do anything more to this page. And I didn't do anything more to this one. So if you haven't seen any of these pages, these before pages, you can check my channel, and I will also link the videos in the description so you can find them easily. Okay, this one, I believe this image was already there from a catalog, and I added a little tag up in the corner, just stapled it and put a little baker's twine with a bead on it at the top. And I think you all saw this. I may have added this star after the fact to the little page tab. And then this page, I had not done anything to. It had this lined paper on it that you can see back here. And I put a piece of gift wrap right over the top of that and a little label. And I just love how simple that is, and yet it's so cute. It makes me smile. Of course, y'all know all of this stuff makes me smile. This is a little snowman from the bag that I used for the cover, gift bag. And so I made a little pocket down here, and I cut this image out of a catalog and added a little star and a gold border around the edge and a gold border around the back side. And I just stick it right in there, and I'm clipping it in because it's a tall tag, and it kind of wants to, whoops, and it kind of wants to fall when the pages are turned. So I'm just clipping it in there just to keep it still. And then on the inside of this pocket, because this is a bag, I put a Christmas card image. This was on the front of a Christmas card, and I just think it's so adorable. So I wanted to include it here. I loved how the greens and the golds kind of matched together on that page. So I've just stuck it in here, and I love how the little border shows right here. If I leave it hanging out a little bit, I think that looks really sweet. And I love the pom-poms that are showing from the other side, but they match this side too. Okay, so on this one, I didn't do anything different to the page, but I did come back and add words to my tag, which worked perfectly with the hot beverage that's sitting there. So I think that worked out good. All right, and then the only thing I did here that was different is I scribbled around some of those white dots that I made last time. I just did some red and green randomly here and there. And then there was nothing on this page, so I attached this piece that came off of a Christmas card, and this piece that came off another Christmas card. So it worked out really well, and it just looked really nice on that background that I had created with the stenciling and the ink. So that's what I did there. Over here, I added a tiny little jingle bell to the page tab. It's just really sweet there. Adds a new texture, and it actually rings a little bit. It's so tiny, it's hard to hear it. Okay, and on here, I didn't do anything except add the little embellishments, one here and one here. And these are pockets, but I can't bring myself to put anything in there because I don't want to cover up that pretty vintage wrapping paper. So for now, I'm just leaving it like it is. And if I choose to tuck something in at some point, I will. Okay, and nothing different on the cardinal page. This was a napkin that I adhered to a piece of cardstock. Yeah, cardstock. And I just love those cardinals. They're so gorgeous. And then this one, I added the little tiny tree embellishment to the tag that I had already put in there. And I think that added a whole lot. I didn't do anything different here. Well, I did. I think I added this white doodle marks on the top and bottom. Now over here, the only thing that was on this page was this strip of a snowflake border. So I took a white Posca pen and drew in a few more snowflakes on the background, and then I added this Christmas ornament that is made from, let's see, this yellow piece is washi tape, and then these are ribbons and fabric strips that I just glued down to a die cut ornament shape. And I made that a couple of years ago. I did put a printable of this ornament along with a couple of others in my Ko-fi shop, and that's a little free item. So if you haven't gone and gotten that digital yet, you should do that, and maybe you can use it in your journals. But I love how that bright colored ornament looks on the brown page, especially with the white all around. Okay, and then on this side, I hadn't done anything to this side either. So I used a piece of one of those little shelf liners like this. I used a piece of that and dipped it in some white paint and just put that all over the background. And then I attached these poinsettias that were from a Christmas card, and I added in some stickles in the centers so they have a little bit of shine to them. And the phrase here that says Winter Wonderland. Okay, on this side, I had a tag in here, but I didn't have anything on it. So I just added a little image that I cut from a piece of junk mail and added the First Noel words on that. And then I added this other little tag, which is just an image and a scripture that was cut from the back of a Christmas card. I did add a little piece of that vintage gift wrap onto the back side. So I just tucked both of those little tags in here, and I love that. This one didn't have anything on it except this little tag, which, by the way, is also a part of this gift bag. So fun. So what I did was added a piece of scrapbook paper back here in the back, and then this was a little chipboard piece that I've had for years and years. And I think it is so adorable. Every one of those little characters, little critters, are so cute. And so I've held on to it for years, not knowing what I wanted to do with it specifically. But I knew I wanted to keep it because I wanted to use it at some point. And so I did. I peeled the image off of the chipboard so that it wouldn't be as thick. And it made a huge difference in how thick this would have been in this journal. But before I stuck it down, I matted it onto a dark green piece of scrapbook paper. I just love how it looks on that page. You know, it just makes me happy to look at it. Okay, now on this side, there was a different label right here. I just didn't feel like it went with everything that was going on here. There was just a lot of reds and greens. So I took off the label that had pink on it, and I replaced it with this darker red label, and I love how that looks now. I'm much happier with this page. It matches everything that's going on here. all of the stuff around it, and it just makes me so happy. And you know, this is nothing but the color numbers on the selvage edge of a piece of fabric. Those are so fun to save and use, so don't throw them away, you guys. They make adorable embellishments. Look how cute. So I took that mistletoe image that you guys might remember. I took it and attached it. It fit perfectly right inside this tag that I had made. So I was happy with how that turned out. I stuck these words on that say "'Twas the night before Christmas." And I left it in the pocket here, and I added this other little tag that was already a red and white striped tag, and I added another one of my little branches. I'm loving using these guys. They've been so much fun. And I added this little word from the Tim Holtz stickers. That's where most of these come from. And it says holiday cheer. So those just look, to me, they just look adorable in this spread. I just love how all of that looks. I didn't do anything here. This is a belly band made from some product packaging. A tag from product packaging also that I attached to it with some fabric and an embellishment. And all of that was created in one of the previous videos. And then this is just a magazine, a catalog image. And I backed it with a piece of printer paper just to stiffen it up a little bit. And I just love how the candles kind of show all around the outside of that pretty belly band with the gold trim at the top. So pretty. All right, now this bag, the red one, didn't have anything on it at all. And so I've just recently added this. It's just a piece of a Christmas card. And it's just so painterly and fun. Isn't that cute? So I'm very happy with how that one turned out. And I added a little bow at the bottom. And then I didn't do anything different here. And this was just a to from tag that came in a package that I added some lace and some baker's twine to back in the previous video. This page didn't have anything on it except for the tree that I had stamped. I did darken up the tree trunk. It was a little bit faint, so I darkened it up with a marker. And I wrote out this quote and added this word from I don't know if it was a magazine or a catalog. I don't remember which one, but I thought that page turned out real sweet. And just love the snow falling, and I just love the whole thing. All right, and then this one is one from the previous videos where I took, this is gift wrap on the back, and on the front is an image from a catalog. I made a little tag out of recycled materials. And this was a Christmas card that I just recently added, and then I added this from a magazine that says Signs of the Season. And then on this side, I had added this little pink sticker to the green bag, and then I added some Rick Rack trim on the top and the bottom. And I made a cute little tag with some pink and green and teal wrapping paper. And it was used wrapping paper. It had wrinkles and crinkles and stuff in it, but it didn't matter to me. I just used it and glued it down. Perfect. This was a little sticker from a vintage Hallmark sticker package. And I just added some more of those Tim Holtz stickers. Miracles happen when you believe. But I do like how that one turned out. Really sweet. And then this inside back cover that I worked on the last video where I was using the rub-ons and made a big tag. So just, I got to tell you, it was a lot of fun. And I'm so glad that I went back to it this year because I hadn't finished it last year. And then time got away from me. And so I thought, well, maybe next year I can go back to it. And I did. And I'm really, really glad. So it just goes to show, guys, if you sit down to do something and you can't do all of it at one time or in one period of time, don't worry about it. Put it up and just know that it's sitting there waiting for you to come back and enjoy later. I came back and enjoyed this wholeheartedly this year and just kept filling it up. And it was just so much fun. So I will have these little journals in my Etsy shop. You can see there's a few of them sitting here in this basket. I'm getting ready to tie the strings on them and add these little gold colored beads. If you've seen me working on these other little tiny box journals, this one is just, it's a step up. So it gives you a little bit more space. It's not quite as tiny. It gives you a little bit more room to create on. But you saw how fun these were and how fun this one is. So I think you're going to really enjoy using the candy box to, add in a few memories from your Christmas season this year if you want. It's a good way to use them. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.